Thank you for giving us such a wonderful opportunity to meet all the students, that too especially the law students. Giving us such a wonderful opportunity. I'm very much pleased to be here. The identity, when we speak about the identities, the identity that I possess is the Dalit women identity. Though I have been from Chennai, I have been studied in the schools and colleges, there was kind of discrimination that I faced. Though it is not a violence, but the discrimination. So which made me, though I completed my Masters of Computer Application MCA graduation in Chennai from Pachapas, I have that feeling that I have been treated always discriminated. So this made me to choose my career as an activist when I got an opportunity in the national campaign on Dalit human rights. So I joined in 2005 and now I have been heading All India Dalit Mahila Adhikar Manch, a women wing of NCDHR. So I have been hearing the childhood days of our panelists, because there was always an age difference was there. So the way that I have been seen is not that much, but I can't say that I have faced a lot of violences, but discrimination definitely is there. Even today, we have the untouchability practices in India. It's not only in one part of the nation, it is across the nation. Though we belongs to the Hindu community within the caste system, it plays a critical role or deciding the rights of each and every individual. If it is a so-called higher caste, they have an higher rights, greater rights. When they are so-called lower caste or Dalit community, they have lesser rights. So this exists even today, even during the midday meal. When you visit any villages, you can be able to see. The children are forced to sit separately. Even within the primary schools, people are able to understand the caste, the identity. When I tried, I used to do a lot of field visit. So when I go to the villages, try to take pictures, the children doesn't come together. They try to go separately. You can see two groups there within the primary school. When we try to bring them together to take a picture, it doesn't come. When one group comes, the other group moves. When this happens, I am unable to understand, because I didn't think that in such an age the people know this kind of caste and discrimination. But when I asked the children, then they said, their parents do this kind of filthy jobs. So it clearly says what the children from the primary school, though we have reservation, positive discrimination, but I don't see such a children are able to achieve that kind of position through reservation. Because definitely now today, because of their food and other quality forcing by her mother, they may be coming to the colleges, schools, but definitely they will be dropped off after some time. Because the humiliation that they are facing, definitely that will make them to drop after a certain age. So this we would like to say, the discrimination. And whenever the people assert for rights, assert for human rights, we know what is the consequences they face, the violences. There are, as per NCRB, National Crime Record Bureau 2021, every day 139 caste-based violences occurs against Dalits. Every day across the country, 139 cases. That too register under SC/ST Act. You all must have about the SC/ST Act. Prevention of Atrocities. So in that cases, and we know how difficult to register the cases, FIR to be registered. Even when we go, we know the hierarchies, power structure, everything, even in the police station, try to compromise, call the so-called higher caste people to the police station before registering the FIR. So these are some of the challenges that we are facing, but even though the government has said on everyday basis 139 atrocities has been registered against Dalit. When coming to the women, there are 43 incidents of sexual violences every day. In that, more than 10 cases are rape cases against Dalit women, which are registered under SC/ST Act. So when we see, we know what is the thing happened to the Hathras. We all aware, right? We would able to see the lot of public outcry. There was a lot of solidarity. That's why it could able to reach that kind of visibility, demanding justice. So we can see it's not only the Dalit groups, but also all women groups joined together to highlight the issue, to bring a concerns. But we all aware how the officials behaved on forcefully cremated the dead body of the Dalit girl. This kind of situation, and when we are struggling, when we are coming to the court process, though we have a death declaration of the victim and also the CBI filed the charge sheet, but we all know how out of the 4, only 1 has been acquitted and, 1 has been convicted, that too under culpable homicide. It's not even amounting to rape and murder. It's such a case, such a huge impact. People have been intervened in Supreme Court and at all stages, but even though we are unable to get conviction for all the 4 main accused. So this kind of situation, the Dalit situation, is there, we would like to say. And I also like to say some of the important things, the honor killings. When we try to marriage, intercaste marriage, when we try to break the barriers of caste system, when we are trying to be married with another caste, the honor killing, so-called honor killing has been perpetuating, and it has been increasing in today's, where Baba Saheb said intercaste marriage is one of the solution to annihilate the caste system. But today, the intercaste marriages has been very much made into a crime, and so-called honor killing has been committed against the people. So we have to see what is the status, what is where we are standing today, as we are seeing the pluralistic, democratic, diversity. Really, I am happy when India launched the Chandrayaan-3 on the lunar orbit. As an Indian, I felt very proud, but I also want India to give priority to the manual scavenging, the septic tank workers, the cleaners who are still dying every day when they go and clean the septic tanks. The government record says, but in the last 5 years, more than 339 sewage deaths are there. So we need a pluralistic diversity country where everyone's human rights should be respected. We have a brilliant constitution. We have a brilliant SC/ST Prevention of Atrocity Act. But our Supreme Court judge said, where is the lacuna? The lacuna is on the implementation of the things. We have everything in hand, but the mindset of the people, the caste prejudice, the caste notion, that operate the people in a different manner. It's not that we are seeing everyone as a human being. We are seeing with their identity in one way or another. The diversity is not supporting us. The diversity is taking us back. So we must work on it, and definitely, as Baba Saheb said, the fraternity, That is very, very much important. Associated living, which is not at all even today. Within the caste, whatever my association, it ends with the caste. It starts with my caste, it ends with my caste. It starts with some religion and ends with the religion. But the plurality, diversity has to be looked into it. And I also want to say the tolerance level. The tolerance level is reducing a lot. This is one of the biggest challenges that we are facing. We should have tolerance, we should respect each other. Views may be different. We have never been together with all views. Even within a family, we know what is the view of the son, what is the view of the husband, what is the view of the child, other. So we should respect and come together as a tolerance. That is very important. I also say as a students, the rational thinking is very important today. It is not that someone said something, some holy book said something, whatever it say, you know, you are educated. Those books are very, very, very old. Even 5 years once, 10 years once, we change the syllabuses in the schools and colleges to update ourselves. So we should always think about the rational thinking so that it helps us and keeps us as a human being. So that I would like to say. And last, the human rights education, mainly from the school and mainly to the teachers, because there are still the parents who are uneducated, think that teachers make the changes. That's why they send the children to the school. But the teachers are still having this kind of caste prejudice. So we should work with the teachers. Teacher training should be enhanced on human rights perspective. And the constitutional values should be reached to each and every one. As we are having our holy books in our houses, we should also have the constitution, and it also has to be read out daily. So keeping this, we have to finally eliminate all kind of discriminations, which our constitution says, the Article 15, discrimination based on caste, gender, religion, sex, birth, ethnic. So we should all discriminate, and we have to enhance the human rights, and we should able to see each and every one as a human being apart from anything else. Thank you.